This is some of the last Passover Matzo that will ever be made at STREIT'S Matzo factory on Manhattan's Lower East Side. STREIT'S has been making the traditional unleavened bread on Rivington Street since 1925, but the factory is closing, finally submitting to the forces of economics and a changing neighborhood. The owners, third, fourth, and fifth generation relatives of the company's founder, Aaron Streit, say they have accepted an offer to sell and plan to relocate. It's somber news for the factory's workers, a group that includes 7 rabbis who monitor the more than 2 million boxes of Passover Matzo made here each year.
Every year we take the last box off. I bring it to the back office to the owners and say, this is the last box of 2012, 13, 14, and now we're going to say, this is the actual last box baked here at Rivington. It's going to be sad.
When Aaron Streit opened the factory, the Lower East Side was a bustling hub of immigrants, many of them Eastern European Jews. The factory is housed in 4 converted tenement buildings.
All of us, our fathers all worked here. We've all been coming here since we were kids. Before Passover, when this was a predominantly Jewish neighborhood, people would line up around the block and we would turn our loading dock into a large retail store. So all the children and grandchildren would come down on Sundays to, work in the store.
Aaron Streit installed the elaborate matzah machinery workers still use today. Freshly baked matzah travels from lower to upper floors through a system of metal baskets and chains, allowing it to cool by the time it reaches a boxing station. The Passover matzah must be fully baked within 18 minutes, one of a series of rules rooted in Talmudic law, but Streit's does it in 15. Rabbis supervise every stage of the process, cleaning the equipment every 15 minutes to make sure no older crumbs make it into the dough. But the factory's 2 ovens began to slow down a few years ago, and it took more shifts and more men to produce the same amount of matzah. The family owns the building and had spent years fending off potential buyers, but when they were approached in early 2014 with what they felt was an overmarket offer, Streit's 5-person board was ready to listen.
I'm sure I will tear up when we turn off the lights for the last time, but life's full of changes. I guess I have the same regrets as, sending your son off to college. You miss him and it's sad and it's not the same, but it's the way life progresses. And there was just no way we could stay in business here.
Only 3 of the factory's more than 30 workers have expressed interest in relocating to Streit's New Jersey location. The family has plans for a new factory, but has not yet chosen a site.